Om Namo Venkatesaya. Shuklambaradaram Vishnum Shasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Viknopashantaye Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nideye Vasishtaya Namo Namaham Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nata Yamuna Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्ददामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Om Namo Venkatesaya. My pranams to everybody. So Arjuna continues his lamentation, saying that he has mentally decided not to fight this battle. Therefore, he is advancing different arguments and seeing Krishna not moved at all. So he is seeing the facial expressions as well as the body expressions of Krishna. Krishna doesn't seem to be convinced with whatever arguments that this Arjuna is giving. So let's move on to sloka number 37.
यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम् कथं न ज्ञेयमस्माभिः पापदस्मान्निवर्तितुं कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन.
So यदि अपि एते च पश्यन्ति लोभ उपहत चेतसः kulakshaya kritam dosham mitra dohe chapat. That means he's saying, yadi, even assuming that the Kauravas, na passion, they don't see what is that. They don't see this fighting this battle as a papa or something like that. Lobha upahata chetasa. That means with greed. That means their mind full of greed. They want to protect the kingdom that they got from us. Therefore, they are greedy for this land also. They have this kingdom, and therefore they are doing this even assuming that they are wantonly doing it. Kulachaya kritam, that means they are not very keen, to protect this kula, that means our clan, and therefore they, even if the kula gets destroyed, they don't mind about it. Kulachaya kritam, that means chaya means to decline or destroy this kula. So the actions that they are taking is likely to destroy our kula, that means our clan. Dosham mitra do, that means this is also a sin which they are committing. Mitra dohe cha patakam. Mitra means friends. So mitra dohe, that means quarreling with the friends, or they droham means stabbing at the back or something like that. So that is droham. Even if they do this kind of a patakam, that means all these kinds of great sins, even if they are assuming that the Kauravas doesn't mind doing all those things, but we know all about it, and therefore why should we fight this? In the second sloka, katam na nyayam, that means nyayam, that means we have come about all those things, because all these things or actions are going to destroy our kula, and then we'll be destroying our friends and kith and kin. Nyayam asmabihi papam, that means this kind of a sin. We know that we fight this battle, we are going to kill our the clan as well as kill our friends and so on. Papam asman na vartitum, that means it's going to be created by if we fight this battle. Kulachaya kritam dosham. So we also see that this is going to bring down our clan. That means so many people are going to die from our this vamsam, and therefore a lot of casualties are going to happen in our clan. Kulakritam dosham prapasyan. That means we are able to clearly see that. That means even assuming that the Kauravas, they know that the war is going to destroy so many people, and therefore it may have an impact on our clan. Still, they don't see it as a dosha, they don't see it as a sin, and they want to fight this battle. Even assuming that they want to fight the battle, knowing fully well. But since we know about it, and we don't want to get any, the sins get attached to us by destroying our own clan. So we don't want to do that. So that's why I don't want to fight this battle. Oh Janardana, because he has used the word same Janardana. Jananam, Jananam ardayati Janardana. That means one is able to destroy the births. That means one who is able to save us from the samsara chakra is called as Janardana. So that means although these people overtaken by the greed of protecting the land, they don't see any papam in killing our own kith and kin, but we know about clearly that once we fight this battle, we'll be killing a lot of people, and therefore all these things will get attached to it, and therefore why should we engage in this? That's Arjuna is putting forth before Krishna. So next sloka number 39.
कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्माः सनातनाः धर्मे नष्टे कुलं कृष्णम् अधर्मो वो विभवत्युत.
Kulakshaye, that means when the clan gets completely destroyed, when the family pranashyanti, and also get completely vanquished, kula dharmaha, all these family traditions will get completely vanished. So that means when all the elderly people in this family gets killed, the entire, the traditions, what kind of things we should follow, because only when the elders, they advise all the youngsters as to this is what you should do, this is what you should, this is what our family tradition is, and so on. So when the elderly people die, the entire tradition of this kula, that means our clan, gets completely vanquished. Sanatana, that means the eternal traditions get completely vanquished. Dharme nashte kulam, that means when this dharma, that means the religion and then the dharma that is to be followed in this family, Krishna means completely whole. The entire thing will completely then get destroyed. Then adharmaha abhabhavati, that means then the irreligion, the adharma will start flourishing in this kula. That's what he's saying. So when all these people, when the elderly people in this are going to be completely destroyed, and then the family traditions will completely be destroyed, which is eternal, which has been there from time immemorial. When it gets completely destroyed, then adharma, all the irreligions, because people will not know what to do, what kind of religion, they will start following whatever they feel like following, and that will lead to the adharma. And therefore that's what is being said, and therefore I don't want to get into the stage of promoting irreligion or adharma into our clan, and let me not be the cause of creating this kind of an adharma into this kula. That's what Arjuna is saying. Okay, next sloka.
अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसङ्करः.
Is addressing Krishna's Varshneya. So he has came in the Vrishni Kula. Bhagavan Krishna, earlier ancestor was called as Vrishni, and therefore he is called as Varshneya. So he is addressing as Varshneya. So Adharma Abhibhavat Krishna Pradushyanti Kulastriyah Strishu Dushtasu Varshneya Jayate Varna Sankaraha. That means Adharma, when Adharma becomes very prominent, following of these various traditions, O Krishna, Pradushyanti Kulastriya, that means the Dharma gets completely polluted. That means the moral values gets completely eroded. When it gets eroded, Kulastriyaha Strishu, the Adharma pollutes this entire clan as such, then what happens? Then all this Varna Sankaraha, that means the all these Varnas get completely mixed up. So the Varnas are supposed to be the Varna Dharma, because each one of us is born in a particular Varna because of our Vasanas as well as Karmas. So Vasanas are the deep-rooted desires one has. So Bhagavan looks at the deep-rooted desires of the people and makes them born in a particular Varna, depending upon our Vasanas and depending upon the Karmas. That is how this Varna is being created. So when this irreligion takes over, or when this adharma takes place, then the admixture of all these Varnas takes place. When this admixture of Varnas takes place, then it results in a lot of confusion in the whole society. All these dharmic acts do not get followed, and then entirely the adharma takes precedence, and then it becomes completely destroyed. That's what is trying to put forth this argument. Now, if you look at all the arguments of this Arjuna, it looks like almost, we seem to be convinced what Arjuna seems to be true, because obviously he's also thinking about his family and therefore culture and all those things. Why should because of the destruction of all those things? Now, each of us have got multiple roles to play. I'll give an example. Supposing there is a person, he's a very good person, but unfortunately he's in abject poverty. He's not able to protect his parents. Therefore, he's a very young person, around 25, 26 years old. He's studied well, but he has not got good jobs and all. And therefore, he sees his parents in abject poverty and they are without food for almost 10 days or something like that. He goes to a shop, then he steals some bread or a loaf of bread or something like that. He's caught on the process. Therefore, he's being produced by the police to the magistrate. Now, then the magistrate asked him, then what did he do? He said, yes, he admits himself to be guilty. That is, yes, I did steal this loaf. Then it is, why did you steal that? Then he explained the whole background, all those things. Now, this magistrate, what should he do? Now, the question is, yes, there is a merit in whatever this person says, because he says, I tried all my best, I couldn't get my job, but I can't keep my parents hungry, and therefore I had to do this kind of an act. So the magistrate as a person is one thing, magistrate as wearing the cap as a magistrate is a different person. So in this case, since the person has himself admitted to guilty, the magistrate cannot say, I'm pardoning you because you did under these circumstances, and therefore I will just let you go. If that is the case, then people will start doing all sorts of things, saying that people are lenient, and therefore we can do anything that we want, and therefore we will get completely pardoned. So the magistrate in his role has to say that, yes, you've admitted your crime, and therefore I'm leaving you a penalty of 1,000 rupees. Let's say he says penalty of 1,000 rupees. You got to pay this 1,000 rupees. Then the magistrate has got a different role as an individual, as a person. Then he has compassion. Then he has got this, karuna on this person, saying that, yeah, this person because of his abject poverty and all those things, he did that, and therefore he himself pays, the magistrate himself pays that 1,000 rupees for that one, and he also gives him some money and gives an opportunity for him to get employed or somewhere. So the magistrate has got two different roles. One, wearing the cap of the magistrate, yes, he has got to administer the justice. At that time, he cannot say, I'm compassionate, I'm a human being, I have to be humane, and therefore I got to let loose this person. So as a magistrate, he has got to exercise his role as a magistrate and penalize him and giving that whatever penalty he has got to. Then as an individual, magistrate as an individual, yes, he has got to have all this adveshta. Bhagavan is going to say in 12th chapter what the qualities of individuals. Adveshta, sarvabhutana, maitra, karuna evacha, nirmama, niramahankara, samadukka, sukhasami. That's what he's going to talk about, the qualities Vishwa. Then as an individual, not as a magistrate, he's wearing that cap as an individual, he can have this compassion. Now Arjuna's role gets confused within these two roles. Now as a Kshatriya, he has got to fight against the adharma. Whosoever is on the other side, maybe his own father or his own mother or his own his acharyas or pitamahar or his own brothers, everybody is on the other side. So as a Kshatriya, his role is to fight against the adharma. So that is what his role. That's what ultimately Krishna is also going to say. But he is getting confused in his role as Arjuna, as an individual, or maybe as a person of this Kuru clan. So he is getting that confused in between these roles, and that's why he's taking this role of saying that I'm from the Kuru clan, and therefore I must protect this Kula, and therefore yes, that is also a role he has got to play. He has got. But when there is a conflict of dharma, then which dharma assumes importance is something which you have got to see. That is what Krishna is going to explain in this from the second chapter onwards. So that is the confusion. That's why whatever arguments that Arjuna puts forth, we seem to be also convinced, yes, whatever he's saying is true, absolutely right. But then when there's a conflict of dharma, which dharma takes precedent? That is what is the most important thing. So we'll continue with the discussion tomorrow. Om Namo Venkatesaya. Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanastu. Sri Krishna 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 Krishna.